Today I'm going to be talking about the best credit cards for Shopify / running an e-commerce brand. I'm going to be going through these. This is what I think, in my personal opinion, is the best credit card / credit card group, because we're going to be looking at the Chase Inc. business cards, and there are 4 of them. These are what I think personally are the best credit cards for running particularly a Shopify brand. With other credit cards, for example, the business and the business gold and business platinum from Amex, I think they are higher tier ones. So these are going to be for more towards beginners / mid-level entrepreneurs and people who are running Shopify brands. So these have a lot of flexibility because they have a no annual fee up to an $195 annual fee. So because of that, there's a lot of variability here. You can, like I said, that's why this is from beginner to a mid-level. For higher entrepreneurs that are doing way more revenue, more experience, then we can consider, like an Amex Gold, Platinum, or even other business cards that are out there. Would be more suitable. One of the first reasons is gonna be points and how flexible they are with Chase. So this is kind of not super directly toward the business. The intro bonuses on here are really nice when we look at the first card, which is $350 after you spend $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months. So obviously one of the things with these cards is that they're gonna be higher spend than typical credit cards because they are business oriented, obviously, and business owners are gonna have more spend each month, obviously considering they're spending their credit card money on their business. So they're gonna be higher than your typical credit card, but still pretty good. So again, targeted to people who are gonna spend a lot on their business. That's really good for a credit card. And then the second one, which is still no annual fee, you get $750 after you spend $6,000 in the first 3 months. So it's the same thing, but with the first one, you get $350 if you spend $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months, as opposed to the unlimited that you don't get that, but you still have the $750 opportunity. And then for the other one, the Inc. Business Preferred and Premier, those are going to be cards that you can earn points on. So $90,000 bonus points and then $1,000 bonus cash back. So actually for the Premier, it is cash back. But the Preferred is points. Now for that one, I would honestly say that might be the best opportunity out of all the Chase Inc. cards, because points are very flexible. They can be transferred to Chase partners, like whether it's hotel, airline, things like that. And then $90,000 is you can do the math on it online, but that's gonna be around $900 to like $1,000, give or take. So that'll be really good. And then that's gonna be after you spend $8,000 in the first 3 months. And then all of these are gonna have points, point multipliers on each card, depending on the thing. Obviously they'll have things they target in particular, like the first one is 5% cash back in business categories. Second one, unlimited 1.5% cash back, which is decent. All of these are very much, they kind of take a form of, like I said, some particular kind of sector. So whether it's cash back, business categories, with the Preferred, it's travel and shipping, shipping. And then the Premier is 2.5% cash back on every purchase up to $5,000 or more. So like I said, for me, I would lean points over cashback, especially because even with the Premier, which is the highest cashback amount, that's still not going to be that much more than if you do just straight cashback. If you cash out with the 90,000 points, but then also the 90,000 points is going to be very flexible. So if you do travel, if you are going to need hotel, if you use airline, anything else that Chase is partnered with, rental car, things like that, that's going to be the best option. And it only has a $95 annual fee, which is not terrible. And then obviously in any case, I'm sure you'd be able to downgrade any one of these cards to a no annual fee card within the Chase Business Inc. family, possibly within any other Chase card, but at least definitely with to get a Chase Business Inc. Business Cash or Inc. Business Unlimited, you'd definitely be able to do that to get a no annual fee card to not have to worry about that. And then besides that, they have, all of these card features. Focusing on the business preferred though, they have 3x points on the first 150K spent in combined purchases each year on each account, anniversary gear on travel, internet, cable, a lot of stuff. Seems like it's more than everything else. Actually, even the business cash. And then pricing, you see, this is like the middle of the road one, but I feel like whether you're a beginner or a mid-level guy, the Inc. Business Preferred is gonna be probably the best one out of this. Obviously, being in the middle is very balanced and stuff like that. So again, it has a lot of flexibility. It has the most flexibility. And again, in the credit card world, you can just downgrade if you don't want to deal with that annual fee long term. But you can get it first as your first card out of the Inc. cards, and then get that annual fee, and then at any time, downgrade in the future, and you have a bunch of flexibility with the points, as opposed to whether you go the no annual fee side on the Business Unlimited or on the annual fee side with the Business Premier. So super flexible. And it even says it here is flexible and rich rewards. It's going to be a lot of stuff that you can do with those points, and your points don't expire as long as your account is open. So Chase points, for those who don't know, very flexible. Some of the best points out there for any bank. Probably, I'd say probably the best, with maybe Amex close second, and some other ones. So to me, if you want to get a new business card for your business, it's gonna be Chase Inc. cards. I think they are for sure the best. With the Amex ones, there are like higher standards with it. You gotta kind of be at a higher level with your business before you can sort of go through with the Amex cards. These are very flexible and they're very beginner friendly, while also appealing to guys who have, are doing more in revenue every year and every month. So that's just my opinion. If you guys have an opposing opinion, you can tell me in the comments. I really think that these are the best. The flexibility, the points, the flexibility of the points, the cashback, the thresholds in which you earn those points, and then also obviously what they can do for your business. They give you a lot of points, and you can get benefited for business expenses that you're going to do regardless, whether it's shipping, advertising, ad spend. Obviously is going to be really big with Shopify and ecommerce, on Meta, TikTok, whatever it is, whatever the case, that's going to be big. So these are going to be your best bet. Anybody with an opposing opinion, welcome in the comments. I'd love to see what you guys say. I'll see you guys in the next one.